Yo, 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 what's up? It's the T Bass and Shamar show. We're back at you, coming in with a December show. We want to start off by wishing everybody happy holidays. I mean, whatever spiritual practice you have that you're doing, and this is the time of the year for a lot of that going on. Just want to wish everybody yeah, happy holidays. New Year's coming up, but we're here to talk about some football.
Yeah, there's plenty of football to be talked about today.
What you want to start with? You want to start with college or pro?
We were just having a conversation about Deion Sanders and his boys, and who's the best pick, and the Raiders, for that matter.
We're in the running for one. Unfortunately, we're in the running for one of them.
You guys are in the running for a draft pick.
I would have never thought it would be this bad, dude. Like 2 wins. That's just horribly bad.
I thought you guys would at least have 6.
You said 5 or something like that, and I felt offended then. And I felt offended. I was like, Michael, stop disrespecting us. I was like, you remember that conversation? I was like, Mike, we can't be that bad.
And I went down the list. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't see more than 6.
But it's panned out that way. And now instead of just win, baby, it's just lose, baby. Just lose, baby, because we got to lose out in order to get a top pick, and they want to try to get that top pick, man.
So let me ask you this question.
What's up?
Honestly,
100%.
Would you rather? Do you want Deion's kid as your quarterback?
I want the best quarterback.
Do you want Deion's kid as your quarterback?
Listen, I want the best quarterback. If Deion Sanders' son is not the best quarterback, I don't want him. I want the best quarterback.
So say you guys.
Go on.
Say you guys get 3. Somebody, New York gets 1. They pick Deion Sanders' kid,
and then we get 2 or 3.
Yeah.
If we get 2.
Yeah.
You say that if they pick Deion Sanders, and then we get the other kid, the Cam Ward kid, I'm not mad at that at all. I mean, we got one of the top quarterbacks in the draft, right?
You guys think you need a quarterback more than anything?
Or come on, bro. We know that's the, like, if the Raiders don't have that question answered on what are you doing? I mean, the quarterback. Now, when we run our third string quarterback played last night, Aiden O'Connell's hurt. Minshew was bad all year. Minshew was bad, horrible all year. We're going back and forth between those guys. So no, definitely the Raiders need to try to pick their franchise quarterback. And then they got a lot of questions. Are they going to keep AP? That's another looming question for the Raiders. Raider Nation's calling for his head, but I'm like, but wait a minute, hold up. Is that really fair to this guy? I mean,
who's AP?
AP, Antonio Pierce, the head coach.
Oh, AP. I didn't know he had a nickname.
AP. Well, I'm a Raiders guy, so you wouldn't know that. You're an Eagles guy. You guys are flying high. But no, so the Raiders got a lot of questions, bro. They got a lot of questions. Who is Tom Brady going to put his stamp on? Because Tom Brady ultimately is going to decide who's the Raiders quarterback. They've already said that.
I would imagine so.
He's going to do the evaluation, and he's going to make the recommendation.
I'm wondering if he would pick Deion Sanders' son, even though he's the one that helps coach him up, train him, and all that. Because I think Cam Ward is a better quarterback.
I hope he makes the best decision. I hope this is not a hook your boy up type situation. It's like, get the best quarterback in there. That's what I want.
What if they don't pick a quarterback, period, and pick Travis Hunter?
Why would you do that? You'd have nobody to throw to him the ball. Now,
he'd be also defense.
Now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have nobody for defense. Our defense is solid. Our defense is not bad. What I love to I'd like to take them both, right? Like the Raiders got a lot of questions. Dude, we have no backfield. We've got to get a running back. You've got to get whoever is going to be your signal caller. You got to get that done. So yeah, I mean, we did that last year, right? With Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is working out.
Yeah, Brock Bowers is a dog.
He looks great. But we didn't take a quarterback. We took a tight end. We're 2-11. Not that a rookie's gonna turn it. Like, I don't think it's going to be hard to do what Jaden Daniels did this year, right? And you immediately put your team into the playoffs. I think that's a hard thing to do in the NFL today. But at least they went and got their guy.
You know who I hear maybe up for grabs? Mm-hmm. And I was like, no way. But who? I've heard it twice.
Who?
Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers head coach.
Yeah?
He might lose his job this year. I don't see how.
Why? I mean, yeah.
I don't see why.
Right.
But it's possible he might lose his job.
Well,
he would be perfect for the Raiders.
I think the Raiders need a good coach. I think the Raiders need a strong coach. Not to say that, listen, I'm not saying that AP is not. Out of the gate, but they strategically, they just made some poor choices to set themselves. So, for instance, when the quarterbacks were healthy, apparently we were blaming the dysfunction in our offense on the offensive coordinator,
right.
Luke Getsy.
Right.
Now, I think AP did hire Luke Getsy or reference, so that's the stuff that the Raiders got to figure out, man, is that you guys got to put the right people in the right places, And Luke Getsy's play calling was bad because it was a bunch of conservative stuff, and I was just like, what is this?
The issue that I have with Antonio Pierce is more his experience.
Right. No, I got that part.
And
you knew that going
Your issue is it just so happens that I don't think the Raiders anticipated this.
What's that?
Every team in your division is going to be in the playoffs except for the Raiders.
Well, guess what? And every team has a strong coach, right? So Andy Reid, and then you got Sean Payton with Denver. The Raiders missed their quarterback. I told you, I was like, Bo Nix is the guy.
That was the guy.
I kept saying, I was like, Bo Nix, man, dude, that's the dude. That's the guy I'm picking, right? But anyway, we didn't make that decision. And then Harbaugh. So
that's why I say somebody like a Kyle Shanahan,
right?
Somebody that's been to a Super Bowl 2,
right?
Been to 2.
Here's what I will say, Mike.
He knows how to build a tough team.
Yeah. Here's what I will say. Whoever the Raiders, this is part of the Raiders' dysfunction too, dude. Every 2 years, you're bringing in a new guy.
This is true.
Dude, you got to get it. Go get a great guy that you're going to stick with for 5 years.
So if you don't go get somebody, then just give Antonio Pierce a 5-year contract.
Right.
Like, just know we're just going to ride or die.
Dude.
But here's my issue. I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah.
I just, honestly, I don't think these... First of all, the Chargers are just getting their coach, and the Denver is just getting their coach. So I think they're just going to get better.
Right.
I do think the Chiefs will get worse. I don't mean
because of age.
Right. And I don't mean they're going to be a bad team.
No.
I just mean that they're not going to be 13-1.
Right. It's a trickle down thing. The longer you've been doing it, the longer you've been successful. Eventually, you're going to pan off of that.
Right.
So, I get it 100% on that.
And I think that's going to happen to them. But when it does happen to them, the Raiders need to be on their way.
Ready.
Yeah, on their way up, trying to make moves.
Right.
Now.
Right.
So that way, when that happens, they're able to.
So it's another year, Mike, and I'm like, we'll see. So it's another. But now, you are the picture of excellence.
Philadelphia?
You guys are the picture of excellence.
Best defense in the league.
Right.
That's all. And I said from the very beginning that I expected them to be 11 and how many games? 11-6.
Right.
Or I didn't even say 12-5. I said 11-6.
You guys would probably be like maybe 14-3 or
maybe they might end up messing around and be 15-2.
Maybe 15-2.
But their number, and my thing was, they won't make it to a Super Bowl unless the defense is in that top 10 area. Because last year they was last.
Right.
Last year they was last.
Man, helps.
He does.
Man, because your running game is solid.
The running game was solid before then, though.
Yeah.
So when they went to the Super Bowl with the Chiefs, they led the league in rushing then.
And last year you guys just didn't run the ball.
No, last year they were top in the league in rushing,
right?
And like 8th in offense. Right. I think people have this misconception that that Saquon Barkley is the savior of the Eagles.
No, I don't think that.
And I wouldn't.
I wouldn't say that.
They was 14-2 without him.
Yeah.
Then they was 10-2 without him. Now they're 10-2 again.
Right. No. Saquon benefited from this move.
Yes, he did.
Like it was a mutual beneficial relationship. Because no, I would never say that Saquon was a savior because you guys just had too much talent, right? But I will say that it helps to solidify your run game. That was my concern with us. I was like, you just gave away Josh Jacobs. That's about 1,000 yards minimum every year, 1,000 to 1,500 yards rushing. Yeah, so you gave that major piece away, and that's crucial because you have no run game.
I know Henry. He was like, because we was having this conversation, and he goes, because I was having the MVP could possibly go to a person on a team that's not actually the best player on his team, which Saquon Barkley could possibly get the MVP, but he might not necessarily be the best player on Philadelphia.
And he probably won't get the MVP. I mean, unless he does some like super phenomenal stuff at the end of the season.
It's very likely
they're probably going to give it
to
the
Bills.
Yeah, they're probably going to. Oh, you're saying for the league, MVP
for the league.
Okay, I got you. Oh yeah, no, 100%. No, Josh Allen is definitely in the running for that.
He's in the running. If Saquon was to break Eric Dickerson's record,
how far off is he?
400 and something yards.
I mean, he could do that, dude. Like there's 3 games. There's 3 games. 400
and something yards.
I mean, it's doable if you go like if you 150 yards a game, right?
You would have to.
If you average 150,
you'd have to have something like that to break it. I would say that he would be the MVP if he broke that record. It's hard to deny Josh Allen after watching him play for this year, because this year I've actually seen him play, and I'm like,
Josh Allen is
that guy's a beast.
Yeah, he's nice, dude.
He's nice.
So yeah, man. So. I had a disappointing football year this year. My Raiders are trash, and SC went 500. So we, SC, they got a bowl game, so that was the big thing. Like they pulled it together at the end to be able to get into a bowl. But now you're Notre Dame, Fighting Irish. You guys are headed to the playoffs, and
I want to see Notre Dame go all the way.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily know how that may pan out, but if I'm correct, Notre Dame also has, if they're not the best defense in college, they're right there at one of the best defenses in college.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've always liked when Notre Dame and Philadelphia are both at doing their thing, and in
that's a good football year.
That's a good football.
That's a good football year, bro. That's a good football.
Love that.
I do have a horse in the race, though. I'm going to ride with Arizona State.
Is one of your
ASU?
You got somebody from Arizona State?
Yeah. My cousin Finn, he's from
he was telling me that
ASU. So I was like, I could rock with ASU. That's cool, Sun Devils.
I'm sure. Is there anybody else in the playoffs that I would actually pay attention to other than Notre Dame? I'm not sure. I'm not a big. If it was Colorado, I was hoping.
Yeah, you was. Yeah,
I was hoping.
Yeah, we were pulling for Colorado.
I was hoping.
Yeah.
Because what Deion Sanders did over there and has done over there is nothing short of a miracle. Like you basically.
Oh no! You turned it around.
Turned this
overnight
this bum school. Right. These guys were bums.
Right.
And turned it around to a juggernaut.
Right.
And to be quite honest, next year they might be better.
And you got the Heisman Trophy winner under your belt too this year.
Right.
So it's all of that.
Man, I applaud. I completely applaud Deion
But you know
Sanders.
what? That makes sense, right? Because championship DNA. And so segueing back to the Shedeur Sanders conversation, maybe it would be good to have that championship DNA in the building, right? Like, we got Tom Brady in there, championship DNA. You get one of the Sanders in there, and that kind of stuff rubs off, man. Like it.
By having Sanders in there, the one thing that whatever team gets the number 1 pick, I'm assuming that they might pick Shedeur Sanders for the simple fact that
popularity.
No, that the very slight chance that they may be able to convince Deion Sanders to
get into the building, right?
And the best way to get him into the building in the NFL is to have his son at quarterback,
right?
And I could see him saying, "I'll go to the Raiders,
right,
if my son is there."
Right.
I could see him doing it.
Yeah.
I could see him doing it in 2 or 3 years, not next year.
Yeah.
I could see like your coaching another year, getting Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
The Raiders having a mediocre year, and then they're like, want his head.
Right.
They want his head. They want his head on a silver platter.
Right.
And then so the Raiders do everything they can and be like, you know what? Right. Hey man, what's up? We know what you said.
Right.
But that money, when you offer the money, it's
right.
It's kind of hard to refuse.
Well, it's interesting with us too on that coaching conversation because Bill Belichick's off the market, so because he's going back to college,
North Carolina. I think a lot of coaches are going to start doing that.
Nobody, no NFL team picked him up or got in his ear or anything like that. So so
it's too old.
So that just tells me it's like, okay, so what are you guys doing? You know what I mean?
I think Bill Belichick just got too old for the NFL. Like, so really? I think most teams are saying to themselves, like, he's 70, 71. Like, how long can we, and
he's healthy.
He's pretty old.
He's healthy.
Yeah, he is, but how long is this marriage going to be?
Yeah.
Is it a 2 or 3 year marriage, 5-year marriage?
I'll take 5 years of success. I can use it.
I think college is a little bit more laid back.
Yeah.
You get to help kids. I can honestly, and now the colleges are paying.
Right.
So they can pay you a big salary.
Right.
So I could see that was I'm pretty sure that was part of the reason why a lot of coaches wouldn't coach college. Is like, well, I can help kids, but I want to also. NFL money is different.
It's different.
But now that is not so much different.
Right.
I could see more NFL coaches or assistant coaches saying, you know what, I'll cut my teeth in college and then try to build a team.
Yeah.
Because if you can't build a team in college,
you're not going to.
I'm wondering if NFL owners are looking at that like, dude, if you couldn't build a team in college with 90 players,
right? How
am I expecting you to take my NFL franchise?
And it's so complicated in college now because of the NIL and recruiting is totally different and all that other stuff. But Belichick was saying, none of this stuff was really new to me because I come from the NFL and this is how we do business, right? With regards to, lobbying for players and pay and all that other stuff. So good luck to Bill Belichick, man. That's cool.
I would like to see him do well. And I think we'll see because it's all about recruiting.
Right.
Can he recruit? And it's Bill Belichick.
Right.
But it's North Carolina too.
Right.
And but one would say, well, I don't know, Orlando or Colorado is, where
who are they?
Yeah, who are they? But that's Deion Sanders.
Right, but it's Deion Sanders.
I know Bill Belichick got clout, and I know he kind of,
one thing somebody had mentioned to me was that students would want to go there because Bill Belichick is going to run a pro-like system. And so that would benefit you from that standpoint as a young guy. It's like, no, dude, I come from a program where that this pro stuff is not new to us.
You're being coached like an NFL player before you get to
so
the
you'll
NFL.
be ready when you step into the NFL. So, so that's the cool thing, man.
Man, so, okay, back to Philly.
Okay, Philly.
Back to Philly.
Let's hear it.
We're going to talk back to Philly. I think they're going to go to the Super Bowl.
I would agree. Here's why I agree. Because I think Detroit is too banged up. I'm not a believer in Detroit now just because of their health. And I think Philly is probably the second. They're one of the top 2 teams in that conference.
The only team that gives you a little pause would be Minnesota.
Right. But I don't believe in Minnesota.
I don't believe in Minnesota.
It's hard to believe in Minnesota.
It's hard. Hey, you guys have been there several times.
Right.
And flamed out several times.
Right. I just don't. I feel like Minnesota has to prove it to me in order for it to happen. I think Philly. I think Philly will probably go in out of the. I would take Philly out of the NFC, dude, to go to the Super Bowl.
I'm happy that everything has turned out to be the way it is. I just don't like this week's drama, for instance. Mm-hmm. I really think that people hate on Philadelphia. I don't know why. I know I'm a Philly fan and I could be biased. But so this week's drama was AJ Brown. He was asked the question. Mm-hmm. I heard if there's anything on your team that you guys could work on, mm-hmm. what would it be? And he simply said passing.
Yeah.
And in my mind, that was an okay answer. First of all, you guys are 31st. You're dead last in the league in passing.
Right. Are they 32nd in passing?
31st, okay. Second to last.
Right. So you're in the bottom.
So if you're the bottom two in passing and you get asked a question, what could you guys work on, and you say passing, that's not an indictment on your quarterback.
No, not at all.
That's everything. That's the offensive coordinator. It's not really the line, because the line is doing what they're supposed to do.
Right.
But passing involves everything. And the first thing people says, oh, that means he don't like Jalen Hurts.
Right. They and I'm like, some stuff.
Wait a minute, that isn't anything at all. What he's and it's like, well, if you didn't want us to start talking about Jalen Hurts, then you shouldn't have said passing. What else was I going to say?
Reporters do that all the time, dude. You say something and they start inferring all this other stuff.
They trapped them into a what do you call that? A catch-22.
Right.
And here's the problem. So I ask you, what can you guys work on? If we're leading the league in rushing,
right,
our running back is in line to almost get an MVP of the league.
Right.
Obviously, we don't need to work on rushing.
Right.
There's only two things you do on offense.
Right.
Rush and pass. Right. You asked me what we need to do what we need to work on.
Right.
I said passing because there's no. And then he turned around and said that, like, well, hold on, like, so we have a running back that's running for MVP.
Right.
So the line is awesome.
Right.
The running is awesome.
Right.
So the only thing left is passing.
Right.
And
they wouldn't let it go.
Oh my God, they made this out and then one of our own players, Brandon Graham, comes out and then says, well, yeah, their relationship, is not the same as it once was.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jalen Hurts and Brown had to like hold up. Like, he's speaking out of turn. That ain't true.
Right.
Right. And to me,
trying to create stuff.
Well, creating stuff.
That's how
creating stuff. Hurts isn't the best passer in the world. I'm like,
I just think, dude, I think that, and especially since Detroit lost their star running back, Montgomery, he's out for the season now. I just think that you guys are a better team, dude. Like I just think that Detroit is too banged up. They're just too banged up. They're missing too much.
And this is the Philadelphia Eagle in me.
Right.
I didn't care if they had their overtime. I thought they were going to lose anyway.
Right. And I get it.
I thought Philadelphia's defense is starting to be good enough to stop whoever they need to stop.
Right. Well, you guys had a good test this weekend because you guys did go in there and you handled Pittsburgh, and
those dudes only had 168 yards total offense.
Damn, y'all shut them down. So look, and that's the thing. I was like, yeah, you guys. I was like, nah, like do that to Pittsburgh, and then my ears will perk up a little bit.
My ears perked up when they did it to the Ravens.
Yeah,
because the Ravens had less than 200 yards off.
So here's the thing about the Ravens, right?
Or close.
I think somebody asked me this or so. I was like, dude, I don't like the Ravens have off days, and so that's why all of the people coming out of, like, I could see Pittsburgh beating the Ravens in the playoffs, right? It's upsetting them. I could see that happening.
Oh, absolutely.
I could see that happening.
I could see Pittsburgh beating all those teams.
Right. And then I could see So that's the thing about the Ravens, dude, is that they have off days, and so the one team I'm not going to choose on out of the AFC is the Ravens, for that very fact. You know what I mean?
They've been choking.
Now
they choke.
Now if they do it, I'll be like, okay, well, yeah, you guys, okay, so you guys did it. You guys lived up to the hype. But that's the thing. Let me see. So wait.
Well, who in the AFC? I don't believe in Buffalo either. Even though they're playing good,
I believe in Buffalo more than the Ravens, though.
I do believe in Buffalo more than the Ravens because Lamar Jackson keeps flaming out in the playoffs.
Right.
But Buffalo is known for choking. When you guys got to have all days. 4 times,
they just lost to the Rams.
You guys lost in 13 seconds to the Chiefs before. So you guys have a history of losing in the playoffs.
Yeah. So that's the thing. But I don't know. I'm more of a believer in the Bills than I am. Okay, so wait. So Kansas City's 1, Bills are 2. The Ravens are in there. You got Pittsburgh.
You got the Chargers. You got Denver.
You got Denver. The Chargers. The Chargers are going to be. The Chargers will be surprising. I don't know about Denver. I think that they've overachieved this year. Yeah. So who would I rock
KC? I'm not sure they're going to be 1. They better rest Mahomes.
Right.
You better.
I'd have to go with Buffalo out of the AFC.
I think
I would choose Buffalo out of the AFC. Now I'm gonna get in trouble because once again, here I go talking about them, and the Chiefs are 13-1. They got the best record in the NFL, right? They're the number 1 squad.
I think where the Chiefs' issue is Mahomes.
Right.
He's hurt.
Right.
He have a messed up ankle.
And let's keep it real, bro.
And he's hurt bad. He's not hurt. He's hurt.
Besides all that, some of the wins that the Chiefs had, like I gotta see you guys beat more elite teams, dude. You definitely handled your business. You beat the teams you should have beat, yes. But some of those victories that you had were very questionable victories. Not that anybody cheated or anything. Like for instance, the Raiders, we just blew it.
Yeah, literally. We didn't do anything to win that game. They did everything they could to lose the game.
We just blew it, right? So you're supposed to beat us. You guys are the Chiefs and we're the Raiders, right? And so that's my thing with the Chiefs. I'm going to be like, well, I got to really see you guys stack up against a competitor every week. Right. You know what I mean? And so that's why I'm a little reluctant with the Chiefs, but I know you don't. I mean, Mahomes is like Tom Brady, right? Here you go again, betting against that guy. And that's real. I give him that credit, that respect. But that would be mine now.
The Chiefs have won too many lucky games this year.
Like I can see the Steelers. No, I don't know, because the Steelers are funny style too sometimes, dude. Like I'm not a they proved me wrong because I was like, who are the Steelers? Are they really that good? They had a lot of close wins. Close wins build character. I get all of that. That's cool. But I was like, but when you guys come and then they played you guys. They played the Eagles, and I was like, see, you guys got stomped. You guys got stomped by a good team. You played a good team. So, so that's why I'm like, to me, the Steelers are still kind of in the middle.
They were in the middle from the beginning. I think they're in the middle now. But what makes the Steelers, to me, the threat, a lot of it is history.
Right.
You guys are known for putting yourself in position, being in the playoffs.
Right.
And sometimes getting to the Super Bowl or sometimes not. In
fact,
Tomlinson has been in the playoffs every year of his career. He's been coaching like 19, 20 years.
Right.
So we know that you guys are a playoff team because you always are. So the question is will they be able to do it?
Right.
You guys are steady Freddy. Yeah. If there's one team that we know is going to be in the playoffs, it's the Steelers. This is a consistent
thing.
You
know what the thing is? Okay, so Mike Tomlin said, let's not get carried away here. That's just a loss, right?
Right.
He said that. But I looked at the Steelers' schedule going down the stretch, and it's like, no, you guys definitely got some tests, some games here. So we don't see.
Because you still got, that division is playing each other right now.
Right.
I don't know, Baltimore, Cincinnati, and all of them, Steelers, they all playing each other.
Their last 3 is tough.
Yeah, I like that. I would like the NFL to create that trend where you create these schedules, and at the end of the year, each year, at least the last 3 games comes down, or at least the last 2, come down to division games.
Right.
So your last 2 games are division games.
You know what change I would like to see in the NFL? This is hella controversial. I would like them to keep the draft situation the way they had it, but I would like them to make it a lottery like in the NBA. So the top 10 teams or whatever how many number are in the NBA, you guys get that lottery ball. Because what is this whole thing? Or we're the crappiest team, so we get the pick, right? We automatically get it. I think if you put that, no, you're not guaranteed the pick. You're guaranteed this lottery ball.
I think that would stop people from tanking.
Right.
That would stop people from saying, I'm going to finish dead last because I'll get the number one pick.
Right.
Because then you're not guaranteed to get that.
You're not guaranteed that pick. So that's the change I would like to see in the NFL. Change your lottery system, not where if you're dead last, you automatically get the pick. No, dude, you got the top 10 teams, and you guys get those lottery balls, and you guys get the top. So you could get the 10th pick, or you could get the first pick, or you could get the 7th pick. That's the change I would like to see.
How would you feel if they changed it to an 18-game season with 2 byes and only 2 preseason games?
To be honest with you, dude, I think it's enough football.
Think so?
I just think it's enough. I mean, I like football. I love.
It's the same amount of football. You just
18 games and what? 2 oh.
So you're taking away a preseason
2 byes
because you're still getting the same amount of weeks in that. Because what you're doing is eliminating a preseason game.
Right.
Because now you have 3 preseason games and 17 games, which is still technically 20.
I don't even like
20 games. You'll keep it 20, but it'd just be.
I don't even like the way they use preseason games now, dude. Like a lot of these teams, they look unprepared in the first 3 games of the season.
I think they're willing to.
I don't care about the format.
Sacrifice that.
Here's what I will say to your point. It is weird to me because last year we got a late bye, like week 15 or something like that. I was like, damn, dude, you got all that time. You got to go all that time. And I don't like that. Like some teams get really late byes, right? So I think that maybe that 2 bye system would be good.
They need the rest
early in the season and then late in the season.
Yeah,
right. So I don't. So that's the one thing I will say about the bye system is that I don't think it's fair to give a team in week 14 and you're just getting your bye.
I think that the week 14 bye is perfect.
I mean, cool because if you're banged up,
man, like the Lions could use a bye right now. Oh my God! But
what if you're not a good team?
Well, then it doesn't matter.
I mean, rest matters, right?
No, but if you're not a good team,
but maybe that's why. Maybe you got all these damn late byes and. You play.
True.
I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe you got these late byes, and it's like, dude, we kind of needed that rest in the middle of the season. But I don't know. So that's just my whole thing with the bye thing. Right? I'm like, I don't, or do this. Cut the byes out. Give everybody their bye by, like, say, week 10. Like, by week 10, everybody's got their bye. Or let me say week 12, 11. Let's go 11. Let's say week 11. And then, no, everybody playing those last 6 games of the season or whatever.
If we're going to talk change, what I would like to see changed is they need to allow any call to be instant replayed. Pass interference, holding, any call that's by a ref should be able to be instant replayed. Like they shouldn't be allowed to make mistakes and not be corrected on them.
Right.
There's too much technology for that.
Right.
So I don't care if it is a holding and the coach is like, I don't think that's a holding. You throw the flag.
Right.
That's what you only get 2 of them. It's not like you're going to hold the game up super long.
Right.
And at the end of the day, if you're limiting the calls, most coaches ain't going to waste their call on a holding call.
Right.
They're not going to waste their red flag on that.
Right.
But I honestly think that they need to change that rule.
Yeah.
I've seen too many times this year
the refs get it wrong.
Where the refs make a bad call.
Right.
And nothing could really be done about it. Yeah. To me, that's trash.
Right.
That's super trash. I think the Chiefs may have won a game like that off a call that you'd be like, really? For real?
Yeah.
And they need to change that aspect of the NFL.
Yeah, man. Well, no, I'm looking forward to the playoffs, dude. I'm looking forward to the playoffs. I'm looking forward to the college playoffs. We just kind of wanted to bring you guys up to stuff, what we've been up to, and that's what we've been doing. We've been thinking about this stuff and analyzing it, and so we're just checking in with you.
Yep. But I think that's it. We're gonna come back again, do another show. We know it's been a while.
Right.
That's our fault. We just whatever.
Right.
But yeah, we'll have a couple of more shows coming up pretty soon. It's nice talking to you all. Right. Have a good day. And what's the motto?
Don't talk about it, be about it.